Well, this has been a wave of a ride, or a very wuthering time with this latest chapter of Renaceda's second story. The latest chapter of Renacida threw me into a loop, and there was a lot to process for what I just encountered and how much I've been enjoying the lore and the twists and turns Wuthering Waves has given me. Keep in mind, this review dives into the second part story of Renacida, touching on the key characters like Cardiophilia and Cantarella, which means spoilers ahead, so please make sure you are up to date to the latest story before diving into my experience and in my journey of Wuthering Waves. To give a small recap, after helping Carlotta during our grand adventure of mystery, discovery, and searching for the Sentinel to help Abby's power, we got to meet Sinacona, a bard who nudged us in the right direction of meeting Cantarella. You can say she has heard many tales of the jellyfish lady. I will admit, after the trailers of Cantarella and her suspicious demeanor, I didn't really like her. I'm sorry. There's something that gave me not wanting to ever be friends with her. And yes, I didn't drink her tea when I first met her. I was afraid to be poisoned, just like in the trailers. Okay, I was just being cautious, alright? That's all I could say. But after the more we got to learn about who Cantarella is, and her biggest secret of what she has done for Renacida, that blew my mind and was the biggest twist in the story than I anticipated. Now, I want to talk about the character Cardiophilia. Cardiophilia is a character I really love a lot. I think she'd be a very close tie between Shorekeeper and her, because they're just I would hug the both of them because they're so adorable. I want to hug them, okay? I will invite them for a nice get-together of snacks or something, okay? But I also felt bad for Cardiophilia because she was in limbo for the majority of her time, while as well feeling bad of the events of losing a lot of her friends along the way. She started off as a peasant girl before she was able to become a maiden, but splitting her frequencies in two, for Fleur-de-Lis was her other half, who grew and of course grown up. As for the Ferodian, who took over its Sentinel, all because the Imperator had to merge with the Ferodian, which was mentioned and was not by choice. This mostly happened when the first Dark Tide showed up. You can say the Ferodian just had more methods of manipulation, but this was what caused to bring about creating the Resonator, Cardiophilia, and her other half. Otherwise, Cardiophilia wouldn't have happened. And if you remember in the story, Cardiophilia said that her crown was placed upon her from the Ferodian to control its Resonator, and we witnessed in her dreams or visions about the Ferodian's warnings. As much as I would love to talk about her, even though my lore could not be completely as accurate as it's a very processed scenario, and this is probably why it took me the longest to figure out what happened, and because the story was very impactful, but there was a lot of puzzles and things tied that I had to piece it all together. You can look those up on many deep dives of many other amazing YouTubers that cover this. But Cardiophilia displayed how she wanted to bring salvation, and how it awakened her true nature for her as a Resonator. The story still stayed true for what caused our main character to venture into Renacida in the first place, and how we were able to help our Echo companion, Abby. There is still more to come for the story in the next set of new characters, as I am really prepared for it. Animation in Renacida really expanded in this story, which has been great because I like playing a game where we get to see more cutscene, more moments, and maybe moments I cannot forget. So, the best part, can I just say the Melrover with Cardiophilia sleeping together was like a cute and unexpected scene. I really enjoyed it a lot. It was those small little details where I'm like, okay, that was very cute. But can I just compliment as well that the voice lines of our main character was a lot more than ever? Because in this chapter, we got to experience more of Rover, interacting, sharing some wisdom, and even giving a little advice to Cardaphilia along the way. And I cannot say for certain how much I was jaw-dropping with the Fleur-de-Lis and Rover fight scene, because that was just a lot. It was just off the rails. It was like a roller coaster. I loved it, and it was completely bittersweet. And also, I literally cried for a horse, everybody. And I'm sure you did it too. Come on. She died. She gave her life to even save Cardaphilia. You know she was worth it. Till to the end, the Imperator. Oh no. Unless you didn't pay attention. This is really what I love expecting from a game and its story. A moment to understand a character with just the right gestures, and interaction has come a long way, which makes the game more interesting to look at and the fun moments with it. After the story, I got to experience Cantarella's story, which I hope all of you have done by now, because that story connects with the main story afterwards, where we get to experience more of what Cantarella has been hiding, and we got wrapped up in uncovering her riddles, and maybe some more manipulation that she did, but in the right way. So we pretty much saved 6 survived ladies out of the 12 of the children that died from poisoning. Yes, that story was very dark. Very. All because to be a sentinel, they have to prove themselves to be immune to poison. My gosh, Kuro. Music from Kuro never disappointed me, and I bet we also had our fair share of it already. I've always enjoyed hearing surprising music scores, and I always love seeing surprising music scores in video games. It's always breathtaking, it's always rewarding, and I love seeing that kind of thing. And hearing near the end of our main story, when we got to see Melrover saving Cardaphilia, it was so beautiful. And I can't wait to see more of this kind of gameplay. It's always what makes the games more enjoyable, and it is not something I will forget. So far in the next chapter of Renacida, we'll expand more on the new characters and their backstories, as I'm getting ready for Zani's story and Xenocona's story. The story has been going into the right direction, and we'll probably get to learn more about Cardaphilia's story in the future too, since the last time we got to talk to her before departing was where she has a competitive spirit, and she's not bound to the crown anymore, no longer controlled, but now a free spirit, able to wander and do whatever she wants to do. It'll be fun, and I can't wait for it. So what has been your favorite moment in the latest chapter so far in Wuthering Waves? Or the best moment you love? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, this is Lightful Wings. Be lightful and stay delightful.